What up, people of the world? It's your man KD, KD Otaru as usual, and you're welcome to the Artmosphere brought to you by the Bond Collective. And of course, you know what we all about. We're all about fun. We're all about youth. We're all about life. We're all about creativity. And we're all about the universe. And as you know, I'm never alone. So a little background check, okay? I'm just gonna take it easy for you guys out there. So I met this person first time I saw her work. I was blown away. I mean, it's the way she places her figures, the character, the color palette. Like, see, it was out of this world for me, and I had to be friends with this person by all means, even if I had to go do something dark, like dark magic or whatever. Or juju, yes, let's use the word juju. Great, and she's a great person. She's fun. She's inspiring. Some of her characters have inspired my work. She will not believe it, but when we get that place, we'll talk about it. Yeah, I'm talking about no other person than Adulphina Imuede. I got it right, right? I got the surname right.
You tried. Thank you for the beautiful introduction. And hi, everyone.
I mean, you're welcome to the pond, like we call this place, and
Yeah.
it's really nice to have you here. And I know the traffic was a little bit stressful.
Yeah, because it's like December, so it's getting.
Yeah, yeah. You know, are you going to the village or anything? I
Nah,
mean,
no.
I've never been to mine, so yeah, that's talk for another day. So yeah, I'm still Nigerian, but yeah,
Okay.
I just haven't been to a village. So I mean, you're a dolphin. I mean, we got that
Yeah.
relationship with something. So tell us more about you. Let the people know who you really are.
Okay. So, hi, my name is Adulphina Imuede, and I was born in Edo State. I'm from Edo State, Nigeria, and I was basically third of three children. So my dad used to be in the army, and yes, I was born in Auchi while it was still in service there. So that's like childhood background. I like growing up, in like the confines and disciplines of,
Yeah.
and disciplines of, being uh in that space was, kind of tough,
Tough.
it was kind of tough. And it was kind of very rigid, I think, because I feel like my dad was a very no nonsense person. And then,
Yeah, yeah.
so yeah, I feel like it really made me an introvert somehow, well, but which is understandable. But yeah, and apart from that, now I'm like a full-time artist, painter, illustrator, watercolorist, and surviving Lagos.
And you
Yeah.
still, I'm pretty sure you got that that's tag to like this not Soja Pekin be so.
Well, I mean, it was because living in because we're living in like the cantonment, and it was
Yeah,
where most military personnel were.
yeah,
So like, everybody was like a soldier's child,
yeah,
one way or the other. So
yeah.
yeah, so like I feel like when my dad retired and like coming out of that space and like security of living in like a barrack kind of really reshaped things, because
Yeah.
like it reshaped what you are used to, because there are some times where like, oh, you're living in the barracks, so there's a little bit of safety from like compared to living like as a
Yeah, yeah,
civilian
of course,
on
of
the
course.
street. So I feel like when my dad retired, like that really that was a conscious awareness of, oh, you're not here anymore. You're like
Yeah,
here, and like there's no this protection is,
it's
so it makes you
gone.
very security conscious
Yeah.
somehow. Yeah.
So that being said, would you say moving to Lagos was a little bit hard for you to like adapt to the sense of security, like you said?
I feel like moving to Lagos, we're still, because it was like being transferred to Lagos.
Okay.
I feel like for me, I have memories of traveling. Like I have memories of traveling with my mom, but I don't like very vague memories. I have memories of myself and my mom on a trip on the road, like maybe entering a bus or something,
Hmm.
like standing on the road waiting for a bus. And yeah, because I feel like while I was younger, I we moved a lot, myself and my mom, and then like we moved to see my dad a lot. So
Yeah.
I just have like really vague memories of that. But I know like he was, like posted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. So, talking about your art, your
Yeah.
career. First off, like how long has it been professionally? That's,
um. Okay, so I graduated in 2016. I graduated University of Lagos in 2016, and I think from there I just kind of started. I kind of started, creating on my own,
yeah.
like kind of going full time, like personal
Yeah.
practice
Personal
rather.
practice.
So I feel like 2017, I kind of just, because I was fresh out of the uni, and like 2017, I was like practicing what I'd been taught in uni, like
Yeah.
still trying to, you know,
Yeah.
be that artist.
Yeah. Get your style,
Yeah, like
carve out a
never
niche
even
and
get my
all of
style. Still like trying to
that.
figure out like, oh, what to paint today, like figure
Exactly.
out subject matters to paint, and like still trying to still do some assignments from school, like do it better.
Yeah.
Yeah, like still basically actually like experiment a lot. But I feel like then I didn't really understand that I was,
Yeah.
experiments. I felt like, because I mean, when you leave school, nobody tells you what next. Like
Yeah.
when you leave art, like being a creative, studying art and like leaving art school, nobody tells you what next. Nobody tells you how to break into the market. Nobody tells you
Yeah.
how to get into galleries. Nobody tells you, just graduate and
And
that's
just
it.
go get the paper and just leave.
Like that's it. Like, okay, so what now? So yeah, and like so 2017 I was like still trying to like stumbling, figuring myself out, and just, like trying to practice more. And
Yeah.
so 2017 I realized, okay, I need a job because there's no more allowance coming in. So I need a job. So I feel like 2017 was the year I realized, like, oh, okay, oh, I actually need to make money because I mean, I need to buy art materials, and art materials are not cheap.
They're never
So,
cheap. That's the thing.
yeah. So I think 2018, I started working. So I got a job as an intern in a gallery. And yeah, so it was a lot of quiet time, like a lot of quiet because
Yeah,
galleries are
galleries are
mostly,
mostly quiet.
yeah. So it was a lot of quiet time, and I feel like my time there was what really shaped the artist I am today because it was a lot of quiet time. So even if you want to reflect, you be forced
You'll be forced to
to
reflect. Yeah,
reflect.
that's the thing. You have no choice.
You have no
You
choice
have no
but to
choice.
reflect.
Yeah.
So like, and I didn't want to lose because I for sure I definitely know that if I had not, like pushed myself to keep drawing while I was still working a 9 to 5, I would definitely have lost. I would definitely have lost it. So I just, like, in that space and that quiet time,
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
try to practice, still try to learn, okay, proportions of the head, proportions of the face, proportions of the body. Like, just draw, like, do some drawings. And yeah,
So basically, it's like you were still going through that process even after school. You were still in that
yeah,
process
I
of
was still in that
discovering yourself.
process of discovering myself. But I feel like then it was more, I was more limited in a way because I didn't have as much space as I would have loved to have, like a
Yeah.
studio where to practice. So I was, forced to reevaluate my medium.
Yeah.
And so it became very graphite and paper based. And from there, it became ink. And from there, it became watercolor.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, that's deep. I gotta be honest. That's deep because it's more like you just gave us a journey through your process and what made you the artist that you are
Yeah.
today. You understand, and that's really inspiring. So, like your figures now, the characters in your pieces, like how did that IG just come? I feel personally, this is just my take as an observer of your work. I would
Yeah.
say they're about you.
Hmm.
I mean, I see your works and now like
It makes
It
sense.
looks like it looks like the artist that made it. You understand? And I kind of dig that because it's beautiful, it's
Yeah.
captivating, it just draws you in. Your use of colors, how the character blends with the background, like everything just goes more like you were intentional about it. So like,
Yeah.
how did all of that just come? Is it the same process you just explained to us? Drilling yourself, practicing,
Yeah.
practicing, or you just got the idea one day, like, let me just go through this path or something.
Yeah.
How did all that start?
So I feel like it was it was a lot of searching because I feel even now, in as much as people see my work and they feel like, oh, I don't really have it figured out. I feel like I'm also looking for answers. So I feel like it was a lot of um searching because like it like I said, it evolved from, so along the way I had the opportunity to, work with another artist, like another older artist who was also practicing art, and she like kind of mentored me. So she kind of so we did this exercise where I made mood boards. So she told me,
Mood
okay, I
boards.
think you
Okay.
should make a mood board of like three artists you like, and then what you like about them, and what similarities and why you like them. I mean, yeah, what you like about them and like similarities in their work that you connect with.
Okay.
Okay, like artists that are similar to like maybe what I do,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then like three other artists that are like not similar to what I
What do you
do,
do?
totally different, and what I like about their work. And I've so like this, it was kind of like an exercise that really made me pinpoint, because I feel like when you're an artist, you you draw, you paint, you
Yeah.
make sculptures of, different ideas, and there are artists who makes things about what they like, what they connect to. So like, how do you know what you like and what you connect to? Like,
Yeah.
what yeah, because everybody is interested in one thing.
Yeah.
Everybody likes something.
Yeah.
Everybody has different taste.
Yeah.
So how do you pinpoint this taste? Like, how do you find like what is unique to you? Like, everybody has a unique eye. So how do you pinpoint these things? So it was like basically an exercise that made me realize, oh, I actually like this thing like this way and this way. I actually like when, I contrast really bright colors with really dark colors. I like that impact of seeing like the brightness like juxtaposed to like the darkness. So just taking all that and, putting that in, trying to make paintings from that, putting that in my work, I think has brought me here to where I am today, and like the way I paint. And I also feel like my paintings at the time, I didn't really notice how self-reflective they were. So I was basically painting things I was interested in that, inspired me to paint based on how I felt it,
Mm.
like how I related to it and how, I understood it. So I feel like maybe that's why people see my work and say, "Oh, you look just like your paintings," because it's it's basically things
I
I
mean,
like.
it's true. It's true.
Yeah, so like I feel like it's, also like a reflection of who I am and like my essence. So I totally get it. Yeah.
That's mind blowing as usual. I mean, the fact that you share this process with us, it just puts me. I feel like I'm in your studio when you're creating. That's how
Yeah.
I feel right now because this just gives like more insight to your practice and your style as an artist, and that's like really great. So, aside the whole art thing, what challenges have you faced in the industry? Let's start with the industry. Then we might talk about personal.
Thanks. A lot of challenges, man. Like, I can't even begin to explain it. And like, I feel like they come in all angles. They come in like emotionally, mentally, physically, like, and also like being here in Nigeria and, trying to study and practice arts.
Mhm.
First of all, I feel like that was a challenge. And, you know, so I feel like when you pass one challenge, there's another one, there's another one, there's another one. So you
It's
just,
always something bigger
yeah,
comes
it's
on.
always something. It's just like an endless circle. So one challenge I know I faced was, you know, not knowing where to start from after finishing school, like not knowing what to do, like how to start making money from my art. Like I had no idea how to make that work.
I feel we all get that
Yeah, like
as artists. You
I
know,
just feel
say
like I wanted to study art. I didn't necessarily think about, oh, okay, so when I finish studying art, how am I going to, like, I didn't think about it then. I
yeah.
just knew that, oh, I love this thing, I'm good at this, and I would really love to study it. Initially, like maybe like 100 level, 200 level. And then 300 level, it started dawn on me that we actually have to make money from this thing because we need
And then
materials.
you start asking yourself, say, I don't go do law like this.
I swear, like,
you know, you just start, you get that whole confusion. I mean, I feel it's natural to get that
yeah,
state of confusion. Like,
yeah.
this is what I like to do, but is it gonna make me money to
Yeah,
survive? Is it
because
gonna give me the right income?
it's not easy. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's at all. I don't think it's easy for any artist at
It's
all.
never really easy.
So like I feel like I didn't necessarily like. It was when I finished school, like, and now started to dawn on me that, oh, okay, like we have to make money, obviously.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, maybe I can work in a gallery, and that's why I started applying for like,
Internship.
yeah,
and stuff.
internship, like gallery, being a tour guide for
Yeah.
like galleries, and working, like finally working in the gallery was what made me realize, why I studied arts in
Yeah,
the first
of
place.
course.
Because I feel like there were days where I would be in the gallery alone with the paintings, and I would look, because I would look at the paintings and I would see it's basically things I know. It's acrylic on canvas, it's oil on canvas,
The
it's mixed
usual.
media on canvas, is okay, you texture the canvas. How did you texture like it's things that have been like,
Yeah, that you're familiar with.
yeah, it was things that
Exactly.
have been around for like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
So I was like, Omo, I can also do this now. It's not I mean, what are we talking about?
Exactly.
So yeah, like basically,
And it's been working for you so far. I can see. You've
yeah,
had,
like cause I feel like when I started, yeah, and like this was after I resigned and then I became full time. I feel like I just told myself that, okay, I'm just gonna make a body of work and go to galleries and beg them.
You remember
Please
that?
don't-
You know that meme, that popular meme where you see that guy kneeling with his hands like this.
Please don't-
I think that's
this is
it.
my work. If you have space,
Like, hey, just I can
perchance
paint.
there's space.
Just help me.
If perchance there's space in your gallery, and maybe
Just help me put this one here.
yes.
One light. I'm fine with one light.
So that was my plan. My plan was like making a body of work and then taking this body of work to different galleries and like showing them, oh, like this is what I can do, this is what I can
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
Like if you're interested. That was the plan. So I, started making the body of work, and somehow, somewhere, like also like bumped, like I met someone from I met Ari from, because I know I took a trip, so I took like a group trip to Ghana in 2019, and I met Ari, and somehow just kind of she found out, oh, I was an artist, and then she saw my work, and then she was like, oh wow, that, so, like I think she was a curator for I Design then, and then she was like, oh, that she's putting a show in like a couple months, and like she would really love to show my work.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh wow, no problem, because for sure, like the plan before was to go and beg people to show my work.
I'm pretty sure you're practicing your pitch.
No problem.
Like you go the posh way. I'm sir, I'm an artist. This is my body of work. My work talks about this. And then you go the street way. Hey, Joshua, please help me.
So,
Anyway,
yeah.
you can help me.
So I showed with I Design, like I think 2 months later, and from there, like everything just like I feel like it was so unbelievable, like showing there, because I know like I put my work up and it was just so unbelievable that people wanted my works. Like I feel like when I walked in and like a few pieces were sold, I was just so like wow, like I couldn't believe it. I was like wow, what, people actually want my work? Like if I don't know, it just took another turn for me. Like it was just not believing. I was not believing my eyes. Like because
I think I felt the
I
same
feel
way.
like, yeah, because I feel like I don't know. Like, I feel like I doubt myself too.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like every artist
Imposter
does that.
syndrome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like every artist has that where they don't always feel like their work is good enough or their work is maybe not all the time, maybe sometimes, but I feel like I have that. And like walking into the space and saying like, oh, people actually want my work, and it was just unbelievable, man. Like it just really made me see that, oh, okay, there's something here, we should work on it. Like we should
Yeah.
like keep going
Keep
and all
going
that.
and all of that. I think I relate to that because I'm like, I mean, being artist,
Yeah.
you have that thing when you suddenly start blowing up
Yeah.
faster than you thought you would,
Yeah.
and then you just get a call from the gallery you're working with or from a collector, and they buy your work. They're like, you like it? Are you
Yeah.
sure?
And especially if like maybe when you're coming from is like you've been finessed around a lot. Like
Yeah.
you've been like people have tried to play you, they've cheated you out of, because I know like there was one time I sold like 10 paintings. Like I didn't want to sell it. I
Yeah.
was coerced into selling them and it was not for the right price. It was for a very ridiculous price. And I was like, okay, fine. I know like I need this money. So like,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
see, I don't think I want to sell my paintings
For that
for that
amount.
amount. And I know I need the money, yes, but it doesn't sit well with me.
Yeah.
And then the guy was all like, hey, blah 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 blah. Let's sell it now. Like, and then the guy sold this painting, and oh my god, like, I can remember throughout that week, I was so sad. I cried my eyes out. I was like, I was so sad. I now called my sister and I was crying and I was saying, oh my god, like he sold my paintings, like I didn't want to sell it. And then she was like, and then she's like calmed me down and everything. And somehow, as God will have it, one day this guy walks into where my sister works and then sees her son name and asks her, oh, are you related to this person, this person? And she was like, yeah. And he was like, oh, I just bought some paint. He was like, oh my god, you made my sister cry. You're the one. You're the one. And it was just so funny, like, and I let it go. Someone told me something like, oh, I should let it go. That at least like if I sold 10 paintings, that means like 10 more people know who I am now. And then it didn't make sense to me. I was like, Baba, I beg. I want my paintings.
we don't need that exposure
don't
stuff.
need that.
Like
Not
T'Challa.
today. Maybe tomorrow.
Like T'Challa used to say, we don't do that here.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like at the end of the day, you lose some, you win some, but
Yeah,
you
of
just
course.
really have to be smart about it, because
Yeah.
there are a lot of people who are not really interested in your growth. You just want to sell your work, make profit, on to the next one. Sell your work,
And
make profit.
even worse, they talk
Yeah.
about, oh, don't worry, sell it. I'll buy this
But there
amount.
are
You
people
get
that you
exposures.
tell them, oh, okay, because I know that there was one time when I started out, like I know like there was one time where I was like, oh, okay, this painting goes for this amount, and then the guy was like, why now? Like, let me buy it for this amount instead. Like, let me buy the 3 for that one amount instead. And I don't think it was a lot of money, to be fair, because I feel like the price was not a lot of money. It was,
Yeah.
I mean, it was an A4. It wasn't an A4. It was a watercolor piece, and it was a reasonable amount of money.
Yeah.
But it just felt like,
Yeah, I mean, you knew your value, basically.
you know, with the value, it felt like, like some people, like, could people buy your paintings, right, and then sell it to you for like make you feel like without if you don't sell, like
Yeah, that's it. You lost the
you've
opportunity.
you've lost out of it, or like you won't sell again, and then
yeah.
next thing you see that this painting that you sold to this person for this particular amount of money, the person cheated you out of it, tripled, in short, times 10 the price, and then sold it. I'm not even saying okay. I feel like if you're a gallery, yeah, and then like you sell my painting for a particular amount of money, there should be like an agreement and like, okay, I take this commission, you take this commission. It shouldn't just be a case where you go and buy artist works for like peanuts and then give them the peanuts and then sell the work
For higher prices and stuff. I think that's one major problem in the
Like,
arts industry, especially for young up and coming
yeah, and
artists.
then when you give them the peanuts, you feel like you are doing them
Yeah,
a
you're doing them a
favor.
favor. It's something. It's messy. It's
Like, do you know how much one trip of Amsterdam now is? I think it's 10,000 naira. Just
this one
one,
time. Talk about
one.
artists who use higher
I
brands like Golden,
yeah,
Liquitex. Ah,
and you
come
want
on.
then you want good quality works, but you don't want to spend money on
Yeah,
good quality works. You want to just why is it this price? I can get it for 20K.
exactly. I remember a story like this where my career started off when I decided to be a full time artist, and
Yeah,
somebody wanted to buy my piece. So I gave him the price, and he
yeah.
was like, "Okay, that's too big. Okay, you know what? Let me give you this amount. The person I'm giving it to is a big person. I'll talk to them. You get
Like, I don't
like
need
you
those
get more deals." And I was
stories.
like,
Like,
"Ah,
I feel like now I'm in this space where if you want to buy a work here from an artist, please by all means be as direct as possible. I don't need stories of I have bills, they haven't paid me my salary yet, I'll pay you. Like I don't need that
yeah, that
story. Like
part."
if you want if you I feel like if you so are you telling me now that if you go to a supermarket, you give them those excuses? Of course. Of course not. So like why do you think you can try to emotionally blackmail someone into doing it less for you? Like I
Yeah.
don't think it's fair at all. Like
No,
you
it's
don't know
not.
what's
I
going
think
on in the
that's
person's
one
life.
big issue here in this
I
industry.
swear.
Like
Yeah.
it's just something that we just gotta keep our fingers crossed until there's like a solution for the something. But
Even if
man,
there's no solution, I see everybody just be smart
that's the thing. You gotta be
because
smart. I feel you gotta be smart in any industry,
yeah,
not just the art
actually, you
industry.
have
Just
to.
you just gotta be smart.
Definitely have to. If
And
not, they'll smart you up. Is that
yeah,
your smart first?
like they run you
Or they
street.
smart you
They
up?
will run you street big time, and that's
And everybody
insane.
learns one way or the other. I feel like I was smarted up. I don't think I was smart
Of
to
course, you guys
begin.
wise up now. That's the
Wise
thing.
up.
You guys wise up.
Okay, now no
So
wala.
yeah, I've been wanting to ask this question. If you weren't an artist,
Yeah.
what would you be? What else would you be?
If I what would I be? Well, if I was given like free will to choose, like if I
Hmm.
didn't study art and if I didn't have any opposition of studying whatever I wanted to study apart from
Hmm.
art, I don't know. I still think I'll be in like the creative industry somehow. But
Okay.
if I was made like there was like opposition, maybe I'll probably be a lawyer and be sad
You
and
know,
be
I was about to
angry
guess that.
about
I
life.
was about to guess that. I'm not gonna lie. I was about to guess that
I mean,
because
angry about
I
life.
imagine you in the court. They're coming through
Be
like.
so depressed. Even now
I
that I've had
mean,
like 3 kids.
I mean, no offense to the legal
Oh my
industry.
god, no offense
We'll
at
just
all,
say, we'll just
man.
say.
Just saying, like,
So,
man, like,
so how do you like to relax? I mean, everybody got their own ways. What about you? How you like to relax when you're not working or anything?
I'm not working. I feel like I'm mostly inside my house. Like, either I'm, either I'm playing video games,
Oh, you
or
play
I'm
video
playing,
games?
yeah, well, on my phone. I'm playing video
Well,
games on my
still counts.
phone,
Still counts.
or what? I'm just, indoors. Or I'm chilling with my friends. Like, if I ever go outdoor, if I go outdoors.
Do you have like a particular music genre you listen to when you're
Yeah,
working?
I like really slow music. I like really calming music. I like
Yeah, and I can see that in
maybe
your work. I can
indies,
see that in your work. Like I just
maybe
have this
yeah, something
feeling.
very soulful. Sometimes maybe just instrumentals or but I like slow songs. I like slow songs. Yeah.
That's great. That's great. I mean, before we leave, do you have like any words out there? I mean, you're not gonna tell me you don't have fans. We all do.
Hmm.
Even though we don't see them, they're just in the background. They're just there, just watching. You're like, oh my god, I wish to be like this person. I wish to be like this person. I like the way they work. Their work inspires me. So, like, do you have like any
Yeah.
words to tell them?
Well, I just say like I feel like if you maybe want to do something that you like deep down, like, oh, this is what I want to do, or this is what I want to try out, even when society doesn't necessarily approve of it,
Yeah.
or even like when it's very difficult to put together.
Very,
And dollar
very,
is
very,
like,
very depressing.
yes, and dollar is like how much now?
There was this
So
meme I saw. It's depressing. It's pressing.
more
It's
like
stressing.
it's pressing.
And
I don't know. I feel like there's no way to be ready. Just fucking start.
to
Like,
start, yeah,
even if there's nobody backing you, like, I mean, if you want to do a show and there's no gallery representing you yet, or you're trying to get into a gallery, I mean, just keep creating, just do you. At the
yeah.
end of the day, man,
The hard work
just
is just
like
gonna
the hard work
tell.
is gonna pay off,
Yeah,
because just follow your passion, I guess. Like, just do you.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's really great. That's really great. Appreciate that. So,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The beautiful, wonderful, creative, elegant, and maybe in another universe,
Maybe
barista. Maybe
maybe.
another universe, barista.
I hope I don't see that universe.
So we had a wonderful time with Adulphina Imuede.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
That was really hard. I didn't want to ruin the name. We had a wonderful time together, and this episode's been great. We so happy that you were able to join us. And you know what it is? Still the Artmosphere, and we got a lot more coming to you guys. And just keep in touch, stay in touch, like, subscribe, listen, share with your friends, and come on, leave your comments. So let's just know what who you want to see on the show. What are the artists you guys want to see? And of course, we're still the same. We're not changing. Still your regular host, Kaydee Otaru, and you know what it is. Stay creative, stay young. I mean, you could grow old, but still remain young. It's always fun being the youth, right? Until next time, peace.